Hello. Um, I'm not sure everybody got my email, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm sick and don't know if I'll be up for a super rigorous class. So we'll do some deep stretching, and if I can throw in some strengthening stuff, I will. And if you want to just modify to give yourself a little bit more of a vigorous class, please do. And we'll start on our backs. Place your legs however they're comfortable. You can bend them, have them straight, rest them in, open them out, whatever works for you. Likewise, your hands and arms can be wherever you want. You can have them overhead, you can have them out to the side, you can place them on your body. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I do suggest that. It helps keep the awareness inward, which is a large part of what makes this practice yoga as opposed to just stretching, is that meditative element. And if closing your eyes isn't right for you, then maybe you can just lower your gaze so that you're not looking around and still have a sense of stillness in the eyes. We can bring stillness to the mind by bringing our awareness to the movement of the breath. Interesting to use movement to create stillness, but you'll see if it does. Just giving your mind a place to land so that it's not thinking about what was or what will be, but is right here with what is. And there's always a breath, so it's a good place to settle our attention, but you can also settle your mind by listening to sounds or sensations in the body that are not the breath. And then we'll start to deepen the breath, filling into the belly, filling into the ribs, filling into the chest. Exhaling out of the chest, then the ribs, then the belly. Feeling a sense of expanding as you inhale and relaxing as you exhale. Allowing the inhale to move up from bottom to top like a wave, and the exhale moving back like the water receding back into the ocean. And then we'll bend the right leg and keep the left leg straight out onto the ground. And then exhale and lift the left leg so that the knee lines up with the right leg. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If it works better for you to inhale and lift and exhale and lower, you're welcome to change that. One more. And then keep that left leg straight out, flex the foot, and draw the right knee in, clasping your hands around it, pressing out through the left heel, relaxing the right foot. And see if you can bring your thigh close to your belly as you exhale, letting the belly pull in toward the spine. And then if you are able to bring the thigh to the belly, you can see how that influences the next breath. Circle the right foot around at the ankle, staying rhythmic with your breathing. Staying connected to your breathing. Circle the other way. And then relax the foot. Release the right foot to the ground. Then the left knee, left foot on the ground. Straighten the right leg out. And then exhale, lift the right leg so that the knee is level with the other knee. Inhale, lower. Or you can switch the breathing if it works better for you to inhale up and exhale down. Two more. And then when that right leg comes down, flex the foot and reach the heel away from you. And draw the left knee in, clasping your hands below the knee, relaxing the left foot. We won't start circling just yet. Let's just focus on the breathing first. Extending out long through the right heel. When you exhale, drawing the belly in and drawing that left leg in. And then circling the left foot around. Staying connected to the full rhythm of your breath. And circle the other way. And then bring the left foot down. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then lift your left leg, clasping your hands behind the thigh. Flex both feet. Raise the left foot to the height of the right foot. Breathe in deep and slow and long. And then when you exhale, pull the chin in toward the throat. Press the left foot toward the right foot. Try your best to relax your right leg. Now release your hands, but leave your right foot where it is. And then lower the left foot down, leaving the right foot on the thigh. And then walk the left foot as far out to the left as it'll go. And then drop the left knee in and down with that right foot resting on top of it. Send the left arm overhead. Reach long and breathe long. Curl the outer edge of your left foot toward your right foot. Release the right foot off the knee. Lift the left knee, both feet on the ground. Just take a moment here. Press the belly into the back, curling your tailbone up, but not lifting it up off the ground. Just drawing your navel in, engaging your core, feeling your breath. And then relax. Then place your left foot on top of your right knee. Clasp your hands behind the back of your right leg, drawing that leg toward you. Flex both feet. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, pull your chin in toward your throat. Press your right foot toward your left foot. Try your best to make the left leg passive. The more you focus on your breath, the easier it'll be to relax. Release the hands, leaving the left foot where it is. Lower the right foot to the ground. And then heel toe that right foot as far to the right as it'll go. Letting that right knee come in and down, keeping the left foot resting on top of it. Send the right arm overhead. Reach long out of the fingers, breathe long. And then curl the outer edge of the right foot toward the left foot. Release the left foot to the floor. Lift the right knee, bringing the right foot to the floor. And then again, curl the tailbone up, pull the belly down in toward the spine. And if you want, you can also peel your head up for a little bit of a crunch. Keep pressing your lower belly. That space between your navel and your pubic bone, pull it in and down. If your neck is uncomfortable, you can place your hands behind, but don't use your arms to pull you up. Just rest your head. Maybe take the elbows wide so you know you're not using your arms. Good. And then bring the knees into the hands and rock yourself up. We'll come all the way over onto hands and knees. Lining the knees up under the hips, the hands up under the shoulders, or if you'd like to do an upward dog, downward dog, or some variation of that, then place your hands about a hand's length in front of your shoulders instead. Either joining me by exhaling into cat, rounding the back, lifting the spine, and inhaling, curling the tailbone, dipping the belly, lifting the chest and the eyes, or finding your upward dog and downward dog, or maybe coming into plank and then a chaturanga, your yoga push-up, and then upward dog and then downward dog, whatever works for you. Try to move the spine one vertebra at a time. So curling up or down with the tailbone, and then one vertebra at a time, continuing the wave of the spine. This keeps the flexibility in the whole spine as opposed to just the mid back if you do it all at once. Okay. And then find your way back to hands and knees, table posture. And then walk your left hand over to the right on the diagonal. And then bend your right elbow. Maybe it can come all the way down into the ground. Then walk your left hand out even more. Rest your head down. Maybe it rests on your hand or your arm, or maybe you need to make a fist to make your head rest. And then after you've moved your left hand out as far as you can, then pull your left hip back. And then breathe. And then bring that left hand in. Press yourself back up. Take the right arm across on the diagonal. Slide it out, dropping the left elbow. Maybe it comes to the ground. Don't worry if it doesn't. Then re-slide that right arm out as far as it'll go. Rest your head down. Pull your right hip back. Send your breath through it. And then bring the right hand back around. Come onto both forearms, having them parallel each other with the elbows under the shoulders. And then lift your knees, curl your toes under, coming into a forearm plank. Lift your thighs, press your heels back, aim your tailbone down. Lower your knees, lower your pubic bone, coming into a Sphinx pose, lifting your gaze, drawing your hands toward you, just a little bit of a sense of pulling to bring your back ribs forward. Breathe up into your collarbones. Beautiful. Walk your hands in, straighten the arms, lift yourself up, and round your back. And come back to a flat back. Step your right foot out to the right. And walk your hands in, rolling yourself up. Reaching the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down onto the right leg. Left arm comes overhead. Sliding down, gazing up and to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. And come back up. Walk your right foot forward. So we're not coming into our typical lunge today where we're trying to drop the hips forward. We're going to stay in this kind of high posture, and we're going to really actively pull the navel up toward your heart. And let's take the left arm up in the air. Maybe press the right hand down onto that right thigh. Pulling up with the navel. Okay. And then bring the left hand down onto the ground. Now let your hips drop forward. And roll your belly to the right. Send your right arm up, coming into a twist. And then let's bend the left knee and reach that right hand back for the left foot. Pull the heel toward the buttock. Really drop that left hip down. Release the foot. Bring the hand to the floor. Walk the hands back, straightening the front leg. Point and flex the right foot. Try to do it with a straight leg if possible. If not, that's fine. And then hold the flex position. Take a deep breath in, pulling your chest away from your belly. And then exhale, pull the belly in. Lay yourself down over the leg. Try to bend the elbows. Soften the pressure of the hands on the ground. Drop the head a little more. Breathe deeply. And then bend that front knee. Bring the right arm inside to step the right knee back. And then take the left foot out to the left. Walk the hands in to roll up. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, left arm down, right arm across. Slide down the leg. Turn your gaze up and to the right. Big long breaths. And then inhale up and exhale the arm down. And then step that left foot in front of you. Keeping the hips up. And then we're gonna tuck the tailbone and lift the belly. Press the left hand down onto the left thigh and reach the right arm up. The belly and the tailbone are active. That's where the stretch is coming from. Beautiful. And then bring the right hand down, letting the hips drop forward. Check in to make sure that your foot is under your knee, not behind. And then roll your belly to the left and send your left arm up. Breathe belly to chest. And then when you exhale, roll the left ribs under. Lift the navel to the left. Sorry, the right ribs under, the navel to the left. And bending your right leg, reach your left hand back for your right foot. And then sink that right hip down as you pull the heel to the buttock. And release, bringing the hand down. Send the hips back, straightening the left leg. Flex and point the left foot, trying to keep the leg straight as you do so. And then hold the flex position. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Reach your heart away from your belly. And then exhale, lay your torso over your leg. Unlock your arms, even if the elbows can't bend, unlock them. And let the weight of your hands or fingers on the ground be super light. Rest your head. Draw your navel back toward your tailbone as you exhale. And shift your hips forward again. Bring the left arm inside. Step the right knee back. Take your hands under your shoulders. Step your left foot back, step your right foot back, coming into a plank. And again, press the heels back, press the thighs up, and curl the tailbone down. And we'll take it into side plank. You can modify by bringing your right knee down or just turn to face left. You can leave your left foot on the ground, or if you're able to stack it on top of the right foot, go ahead, sending that left arm up or reaching it overhead. And then come back into plank and take side plank facing right again. The left knee can come down to modify. The right foot can stay on the floor, or if you're able to stack it on top of the left foot, go ahead, sending the right arm up or reaching it overhead. And bring the hand down, bring the knees down. And let's come into child's pose with the arms folded alongside the body, unless your forehead does not reach the ground in that position, in which case, please do support your head with hands or fists, or maybe you have a pillow handy to use that. Let the shoulders roll down over the legs. Let the upper body rest on the legs. Feel yourself really letting go. Breathing and expanding, exhaling and relaxing. And send the arms overhead. Lift your buttocks off your heels. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. Spread your fingers, curl your toes. Take a breath in and then exhale and lift your knees, keeping them bent. Roll your shoulders down your back. With your knees bent, push forward into your hands and try to lay your ribs onto your thighs. And then press the left heel down. Those of you who want to work a little bit harder, you can bring the right knee to the right elbow. Hold it there. If you're in that modification, bring your right foot back down to the ground, bend both knees. Straighten your right leg and press the right heel down. Laying your ribs toward your left thigh or dropping your hips and bringing your left knee toward your left elbow. Yeah. And then if you're in that modification, bring your foot back and down. Bend both knees. Press forward into both hands, sending your sit bones back, stretching your spine. Draw your shoulders down your back. Press both thighs back and both heels down. Repress forward into your fingers. Press your thighs back. Drop your chest, drop your head. Breathe long and slow. And walk the feet up to the hands. Bent knees and chin to chest. Roll yourself up slowly. Reaching the arms up as you inhale. Exhaling down. And again, inhaling up. Exhaling down. And one more time. And then lift your toes and spread them wide and lower them down. Close your eyes if you're able. And really feel your legs sinking into the ground. Lift your arms up in the air. Pull your shoulders down. And as you inhale, feel your upper body stretching up. And can you reach up through the fingers without making more space between the arms and the body? So you want to keep hugging the arms down into the body and then reach up through the fingers and let it pull the spine up with you. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, sinking down. Mountain pose. Tall and rooted. Now we're going to hinge forward with a flat back, bringing the upper body parallel to the ground. If it's too hard to have your arms forward, you can have them out to the side. If that's still too hard, back behind you works. Keep pressing down into the feet. Pull back through the sit bones. Reach forward through the heart. And then with a flat back, come up. Keep the arms lifted. Turn the palms to face forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, send your hands and head back behind your chest. Lift the heart with each inhale. Drop back with each exhale. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Straight legs. Head down. Let's take the hands behind the backs of the legs. Inhale and press the legs into the hands. Exhale, press the hands into the legs. Continue like that. If it serves you, let it go. If it doesn't, and release your arms back behind you. Lift up. Lift the arms up. Inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Relax the shoulders down. Let your eyes relax. Maybe lowering your lids halfway. Resting your gaze on the spot in front of you. Resting your mind on your breath. Shift weight into your left foot. Feel the leg rooting down into the earth, the torso lifting toward the sky. And then bring the right foot to the inside of the left foot. Maybe it can come all the way to the top, maybe lower, maybe the toes stay on the ground if you're struggling with balance. Now let's take the right hand to the outside of the right thigh and open it out. Send the left arm down. Breathe. Tuck the tailbone. And then bring the right knee to face front and lower it down with the toes spread wide. Closing the eyes, relaxing, shoulders down, the right leg heavy. The inhale lifting you up out of the leg. Eyes open, maybe just halfway, looking at a spot in front of you. The mind resting in the feeling of the breath. We'll lift the left foot to the inside of the right thigh or the bottom of the leg if that's better for you, or the toes can stay on the ground. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left thigh and then press it open. If you struggle with your balance, really be intentional with your breathing. And release the left hand, bring the left knee to face forward, and release the foot down. And just take a minute with your eyes closed, relaxing. And then step the legs wide. If you want to turn sideways, step your left leg back. And send the heels wider so that the heels are in line with the baby toes. The outer edges of the feet are parallel. And then reach the arms back, interlace the fingers. Lift the hands, roll the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Lift the chest, inhale. And then exhale and fold, letting the arms lift up, letting the head drop down. Relax the belly. Slow, long breath. Okay, release the clasp on your hands, taking the left hand to the floor, and we'll twist again, rolling the belly to the right, sending the right arm up. See if you can gaze at your right thumb. Breathe from the belly to the chest. Right hand down, lengthen the spine, and turn the belly to the left, taking the left arm up. Gazing at your thumb if you can. Tucking the right ribs under you. Good. Then bring the hand down. Bring the heels in. Bring the toes in. Bring the heels in one more time. Bend the knees and lower the buttocks down. Hands together. Thumbs to the sternum. Or you can stretch your thighs open more by being fist to hand, or more still, fist to fist. Lift up tall, draw the navel in and down, drop the tailbone. And bring the hands forward. Come onto the knees, release the toes. I'm going to stretch the front of the feet. So the weight is going to come into the fingertips. We're going to keep the front of the feet on the ground, and we're going to lift the knees up. Okay, and release the knees down. Lift the buttocks, curl the toes under. Sit on the heels with the toes curled under. If you want to do breath of fire while you're in this posture, it's a good way to distract yourself from the perhaps discomfort in your toes. Trying not to brace yourself. Relax through the arms. Okay, and then come back onto hands and knees. Release the toes, kick them into the ground. Beautiful. Cross the ankles behind you and then sit back behind your ankles. Bring your feet to the ground. We'll lower slowly onto our backs. The arms can be forward. That's the easiest. On the chest, that's mid-range. Up overhead, hardest. Stay connected to your breathing. Stay in control of the descent. And once you've come down, bring your heels in closer to your buttocks. Bring your hands on either side of your hips with the palms down. Feel the breath rolling from belly to chest. And then press down and forward with the feet, lifting the buttocks, lifting the spine. Roll the shoulders under you. If you can clasp your hands in your non-habitual clasp. Sorry, I didn't tell you to make a note which way you did it before, but whichever way you're naturally inclined to clasp, put the opposite thumb on the outside. If your hands don't clasp under you, don't worry about it. You might want to hold on to the outer edges of your yoga mat and pull the hands away from you. Get the same effect. If your hands are clasped, you might try pulling them apart to help lift a little higher. Pressing forward into your feet, curling up through your tailbone, pressing into your shoulders and arms, lifting your back ribs up. Breathe deeply. And then release hands, lay your spine down one vertebra at a time. Pull your belly in toward your spine. And if you like, you can curl your head up again for another little crunch. Most importantly is just pulling the navel toward the spine. And then if your head is lifted, lay it back down. And lift your hips to tuck your tailbone under. Come back down. Release your legs, shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then let your arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw so the bottom teeth don't touch the top teeth and the lips are slightly parted. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Turning your focus to your breath. Just seeing where you feel your breath most easily. And rest your mind there. And then let go of your breath, allowing the breath to just happen. It may be just barely perceptible. That's fine. Just receive the life that's given. Receive it with gratitude and curiosity. If your mind wanders, that's fine. That's what the mind likes to do. Just when you notice that it's gone off into some story, some image, whatever it is, just bring it back to the breath again and again and again. Deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking gently side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot, waking up the energy in the body again. Then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground. And then here's an invitation. Take it if you want, leave it if you don't. See if there's one activity that you do during the day that you can do mindfully. So I'll just give you some examples, but just so you have a sense of what I'm talking about, but come up with your own. Like maybe every time you put your hand on a doorknob to open the door, just be aware of it. Or every time you transition from sitting to standing or standing to sitting or laying down, anytime you transition the posture of your body, be aware of it. Or something else that you do a few times throughout the day that can act as a, just kind of like a lasso to bring your mind back into the present moment. And then when you're ready, please come up to any comfortable sitting position. And if you did set that intention to do one activity mindfully, know that it will take some time to develop that habit. So if you forget 10 times in the day, but you remember once, that's one more time that you were mindful than you would have been. So don't be harsh on yourself. And sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together with the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, the shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.